everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander's Core studio. Welcome to the show. So today's episode comes to you courtesy of my incredible patrons. Once a month, patrons vote on what commander they want to see in an upcoming episode, and the commander that gets the most votes wins. And the commander for this month's episode is Migloz Maze Crusher, a 4/4 Phyrexian beast for just 3 mana in Gruul. Enters the battlefield with 5 oil counters on it, and with those oil counters, you can do some really cool things. First of all, pay 1 and remove 1 from it. It gains Vigilance and Menace until end of turn. Pay 2 and remove 2 from it. It gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Or pay 3 and remove 3 from it. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. So a very flexible commander in that it can, well, gain some evasion with that Menace. It can get the ability to just basically stay back for blocking as well as Vigilance. It can pump itself, or it can be an active threat to your opponents when it comes to, well, their artifacts and enchantments well-being. And speaking of threats, well, it is a 4/4 for just 3 mana, so we can start hitting really hard with this really quickly, taking our opponents out really quickly as well, especially with that Menace. And we've got, of course, got other ways to get this through too. And that pump as well. We can just start hitting and hitting and hitting and take our opponents out in no time. So with that said, let's jump into the tactics to see how we're going to take our opponents out super quickly. If you are interested in this commander, make sure you check out that decklist link in the description below. First up, we've got Dragon Fire Blade. Now, this one is going to help us out in multiple ways. An equipment for a single mana. It costs 4 to equip, but not really. It costs 1 less to activate for each color the creature targets. For our commander, that's going to be 2 mana in total, and it's going to give +2/+2 in hexproof from monocolored. So that is going to be a big way to protect our commander throughout the game. Speaking of which, Royal Treatment. An instant for just a single green mana. We give a creature hexproof until end of turn, also giving it a Royal Roll token. So again, that's an enchantment aura that gives +1/+1 in Ward 1. So some additional protection and a little bit of pump too. Speaking of pump though, Black Blade Reforge. A massive amount of pump with this. +1/+1 for each land we control. Yeah, throughout the game, that's just going to grow and grow and grow. And again, we are in green. Plenty of effective ways to ramp and pump with this. Hero's Blade is up next, though. Basically, free pump for our commander if we get it out before our commander, or again, anytime afterwards that we get our commander out. Maybe again if it gets dealt with. +3/+2. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under control, freely attach it to that creature. So our commander then basically becomes just, a 7/6, essentially, which is, at a base level, again, a 3-shot KO, which is crazy. Invigorating Hot Spring is a great 1/2, enters with 4 counters on it. It says modify creature control of haste, move a counter from it, put a counter target creature control only as a sorcery only once each turn. So this is kind of like a storage for basically counters to just pump our commander. But also, again, just by putting 1 commander, counter on our commander, it's going to be able to swing right away. So being able to be aggressive with it, too, can be quite nice. Speaking of nice, though, Bone Horde. This is going to grow throughout the game. It's a living weapon, so it starts off as a creature, or, well, this equipment attached to a creature, essentially. +X for the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Again, throughout the game, that's going to grow and grow and grow. And yes, we can attach it to our commander to give our commander a massive amount of pump effect. Next up, Forgotten Ancient, a 0/3 elemental for just 4 mana in green. When a player casts a spell, get a counter on this creature. Again, in a multiplayer format, that's going to be a ton. On top of that, though, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of counters from this creature onto other creatures. So yeah, just stash those counters. Dump them all onto our commander if we need to. And of course, we've got some ways to interact with counters, including the oil counters we'll talk about here in a little bit. Yeah, a massive way to pump our commander a ton. Speaking of which, Altar of the Goyf. Now, this one might surprise you. We aren't running any Lorgoyfs in this deck, so that Lorgoyfs you control of Trample isn't going to help us. That being said, it does say whenever a creature you control attacks alone, and we are planning on doing that quite a bit, it gets +X/+X to upturn X the number of card types on cards in all graveyards. Again, not just our own. So again, that includes, well, lands, creatures, artifacts, enchantments, planeswalkers, instant sorceries, etc., etc. Yeah, that can be quite a bit. I mean, at the very least, throughout the game, this probably be pumping at least 5, maybe even 6 or 7, depending on what we are going up against. It can pump a ton, though, on each of our attacks with our commander. And how about Raised by Giants? Really raising the bar for our commander. An enchantment background for 6 mana. Commander creatures you own have base power to up to 10/10 or giants and other types. Again, making it so that our commander now is a 10/10 instead of starting off as a 4/4. Almost a 2-shot KO just on its own right then and there. That being said, how we're going to get that damage through? Well, in tactic number 2, Smash Through, I'll show you. Aura for a single green mana. We've got Audacity, enchant creature, +2/+0 has trample. When it's put in a grave from the battlefield, we draw a card. So this actually kind of can be like a delayed cantrip in a way. It replaces itself, and while it's attached to our commander, a great way to get damage through that trample. And of course, the OG of this, Rancor and Aura for a single green mana, enchant creature, +2/+0 trample. So again, basically the exact same thing. Rather than drawing a card, we just keep getting this back, because when this hits the graveyard, we get it back to our hand. So our commander basically just has a permanent, for an extra 1 mana each time we play it, +2/+0 and trample, which is lovely. Speaking of which, Oh Naginata, 1 mana for this gem, cost 2 to equip. Only on a creature power 3 or greater. Our commander has a base power 4. +3/+0 and trample. Again, a great way to pump and get damage through too. Of course, similar to that one, Lockset and Warhammer, +3/+0, trample, and also lifelink on top of that too. So pad our life total at the exact same time. And of course, getting to 7 power, I should have mentioned as well, is a great way to, well, essentially make it so that our opponent's lives are very short. 3-shot KO at the very least. Of course, we got ways to speed that up too. Tenza Goto's Maul, ++1, but if it's legendary, +2/+2 as well. And if it's red, it has trample. Our commander meets all those requirements, so +3/+3, trample, only 1 mana to equip. Yeah, this is huge for our commander. But of course, we've got plenty of other ways to get through as well. Tactic number 3 coming through. Cliff Haven Kite Sail, a great one. Equipment for a single mana. Auto attaches to a creature when it ETBs, gives that creature flying, only costs 2 more to equip if we need to later. Zephyr Boots, 1 mana, 2 to equip as well. Flying for that equipped creature, again, good enough to get through on most opponents typically. On top of that, when it hits, we get to draw a card, then discard a card, and a little sneak preview for, maybe our next tactic. Hey, we've got ways to make so that we can actually get multiple triggers on this on the exact same turn. Next up, Key to the City, repeat, unblockability, essentially. Artifact for 2, tap, discard a card. Up to 1 target creature can't be blocked this turn. By the way, also repeat, rummaging, delayed rummaging in a way. When this becomes untapped, we can pay 2 if we do draw a card. Prowler's Helmet, great 1/2. Equipped creature can be blocked except by walls. Here's the thing, unless you're playing against like a Ricksmithies, yeah, you're probably just going to get through on anyone with this basically. It's basically unblockability. Speaking of that, Psychic Paper. Attach to a creature to a creature card name and a creature type. That doesn't really matter all that much. Equipped creature has Ward 1, can't be blocked. That's what we really care about. It's got the same name and chosen it. We don't care about that. What we care about is basically Ward 1 and unblockability. A lot of people sleep on this card because they're like, well, I don't need the card type thing or whatever. It's like, don't worry about that. It's unblockable. Cool. Familiar Ground, though. This is spicy. Enchantment for 3 mana. Each creature you control can't be blocked by more than 1 creature each combat. Here's the thing again. Our commander's first ability is pay 1, remove one of those oil counters from it, Vigilance, and Menace, meaning that it has to be blocked by 2 or more creatures. But now it can't be. So it is unblockable with this in combination, which is absolutely lovely. Garrick's Uprising enters you control a creature power 4 or greater, draw a card, giving our creatures trample, which is lovely. On top of that, creature control power 4 or greater enters, draw a card, get even more cards throughout the game thanks to this. Sonic Screwdriver finally is a great mana rock for us. Cost 3, taps for 1. Pay 1, tap and tap another artifact, that's okay. Pay 2, tap, scry 1, that's nice too. Most importantly though, pay 3, tap, make a creature unblockable. Again, get our commander through. Next up, though, tactic number 4, let's really speed things up with Double Trouble. With Fire Shrieker, giving equipped creature double strike. Again, our commander hitting twice. If we are at, again, 4 power, just at a base level of our commander, we're hitting for 8, making it a 3-shot KO. If we get to, 11, which is not all that hard to get to when it comes to power, all these pump effects that we do have, our commander can become a 1-shot KO, which is absolutely crazy. But at the very least, if we're at 6 power, which again is super easy to get to, that's a 2-shot KO. So yeah, speeding things up to either a, at the very least, 3-shot KO, 2-shot KO, or even 1-shot KO, double strike can really help us out. Speaking of that, Gavel of the Righteous helps out in multiple ways. Beginning of combat on our turn, we get a charge counter on this. If creature gets +1 for each charge counter on it. If it's got 4 more counters on it, gives that creature double strike too. And of course, like I mentioned, we'll get to that here in a little bit. We do have ways to maybe manipulate those counters and get even more of them. Spectacular Showdown, though. Put a double strike counter on target creature, then go to each creature that had a double strike counter put on this way. And you can overload it, so you can give it to all creatures. First of all, chaos everywhere for our opponents swinging at each other and actually hitting really hard. But of course, also being able to just go, oh, okay, yeah, my commander is double strike now. Great, I want to attack anywhere. Great. Also, by the way, everyone's going to basically be kind of tapped out. All their creatures are going to be just not be able to block next time, so we're going to be able to get through. Side quest play Blitzball is a good one for us too. Beginning of combat on your turn, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn, so again, a nice little pump effect for us. That being said, the end of combat, if a player has dealt 6 or more combat damage this turn, yeah, that is exactly what we're going to get to again. Even with just this in our commander, we transform it and attach it, and that's going to be World Champion Celestial Weapon. Give a equipped creature +2/+0 and double strike again. 6 power plus double strike, 12 damage hitting at the very least. Yeah, 2-shot KO just then and there with that. Two-handed axe can help as well. First of all, it's got adventure, giving a creature double strike. But also, as an equipment, whenever the equipped creature attacks, we double that power until end of turn. That is massive. That is huge. I mean, double strike plus doubling power, very easy for us to get to, well, 21. I mean, we're only, go to 8 from 4, then go to 16. We're only 5 off from that. 5 damage off from that. So, yeah, we can quite easily get there once we're there. Blood Mist, a great enchantment to have in play. Beginning of combat on your turn, target creature control gains double strike until end of turn. A great way to just keep giving our commander double strike again and again and again. Brass Knuckles, again, we got plenty of equipment. This can help us out a lot. Cast it, copy it. As long as the equipment creature, has 2 on it, essentially we get double strike to that creature, so that's quite easy to do. Grappling Hook. Double strike again, but also forcing a block if we need to. So if there's a pesky creature out there that we kind of want to deal with, we're like, hey, you over here, block. Thank you. Goodbye. Berserker's Onslaught, attacking creature control of double strike, a great way to give our entire team double strike. And Fiendish Duo, hey, you know what about doubling? Let's just double up the damage as well. If a source would deal damage to an opponent, deals double that damage to that player instead. This happens to all sources of all damage to all opponents. Yeah, your opponents are going to be in big trouble with this. Next up, tactic number 5, dig down. Yeah, even our card draw can actually help us out with our commander too. Bitter Reunion, enchant for 2 mana, ETBs, discard a card, draw 2. By paying 1, we can sacrifice this to give our creatures haste. Again, being able to swing with our commander right away can be absolutely huge. The main answer is sacrifice an artifact or discard a card to draw 2 cards in speed for 2 mana. Throw possibility, very similar, basically that, but without the artifact, ability right there too. Unnatural Restoration, here we go. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand, then proliferate. So a great way to recur something, but also, of course, proliferate. Being able to essentially say, oh, hey, by the way, what's going to happen now is I get more oil counters, and again, if I've got +1 counters or any other kinds of counters, I get more of those as well. Big score, discard 1 card, draw 2, make 2 treasure tokens. Pirate Pillage is the exact same thing, but at sorcery speed. Harmonize, very simple, very effective, 4 mana, draw 3. Glorious Sunrise, a great enchantment for us to have in play. 5 mana, beginning of combat on your turn, choose 1. +1, gain trample until end of turn for all your creatures, so again, a great way to get our commander damage through. Target land can tap for 3 green now, which is fantastic. Draw a card if you control a creature with power 3 or greater. Again, our commander already meets that requirement, or you gain 3 life. Again, all great things to choose. Just pick whatever you need for the situation that you're in. Speaking of that, Return of the Wild Speaker. Choose 1. Draw cards equal the greatest power among non-human creatures you control. Our commander is definitely not a human. Draw a ton of cards with this, or pump our non-human creatures +3/+3. Most likely going to be card draw for us. And finally, though, Thickest and the Thicket. This card is so much fun. When it enters, put X counters on target creature or X that creature's power. Huge, massive amount of pump effect. Again, basically just doubling up our commander, which is massive. I mean, at the very least, 4, putting in at 8 power, which is massive, but being able to just go from like, oh, my commander's already at, 10. Oh, cool. It's got 20 power now. Good for me. By the way, beginning of your end step, draw 2 cards. You control the creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power. Yeah, it's going to happen quite a bit because we are going to have a massive commander. Next up, tactic number 6, break stuff. Yeah, we shall. We're going to be throwing a wrench in our opponent's plans with cards like Haywire Might, a 1/1 insect for a single mana. When it dies, you gain 2 life. Oh, sorry, little Haywire Might. Anyways, though, by paying a single green mana, you sacrifice it, you get rid of permanently exiling a non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. Next up, we've got Nature's Claim, an instant for a single green mana, destroy artifact or enchantment. Its controller gains 4 life. Very worth it for us. Canker Bloom is next again with that proliferation. Yes. 3/2 Phyrexian Fungus for 2. Mana, pay 1, sacrifice it, choose 1. Destroy an artifact, destroy enchantment, or proliferate. Then we've got Chainsaw. Yeah, this one is quite spicy with our commander. Equipment for 2 mana. When it enters, 3 damage up to 1 target creature. So again, nice little removal right there. That being said, whenever 1 or more creatures die, you get a rev counter on it. So yeah, throughout the game, this is going to get quite a few. And again, proliferation can help even more with that. Equipped creature gets plus X plus 0 X number of rev counters on it, so our commander can hit really hard with this. Return to nature, very simple, very effective. Destroy an artifact or an enchantment or exile a card from a graveyard. Smell Fear, proliferate, target creature control fights up to one target creature you don't control, so some great removal. And again, proliferation to really help us out. Beast Within, get rid of any permanent, replace with a 3/3. Yeah, 3/3s are not useless in Commander, but not very big, so yeah, I'll get rid of whatever your best thing is. You get this, and then I'm gonna swing through and hit you anyways via Commander. Chaos Warp. Make sure that you, just cross your fingers when you cast this so you don't actually hit the exact same thing or something better. But anyways, the owner of target permanent shovels their library, fills the top card. If it's a permanent, they get the battlefield. Most of the time, it works out for you quite well. Decimate, destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, target land for just 4 mana. Such a good value. And then finally, Disrupt Decorum. Goad all creatures you don't control. Again, chaos erupts at the table. Your opponents are swinging at each other, and then also leaving themselves wide open on that next swing as well for you. But now we're going to cast all these amazing cards. Let's move on to tactic number 7, Ramp and Fix. Wayfarer's Bauble. First up, there's Wayfarer's Bauble. Pay 2 tap, sacrifice, get a basic land and play tapped. Thirsting Root's not going to ramp us, but it will fix our mana if we need it to. Sorcery, single green mana. Either go get that basic, put it right in your hand, or proliferate. Again, proliferating can be really good. Another great turn 1 play, Wild Growth. Put out one of our lands, going to tap for additional green. So yeah, this is a great way to get our commander out on turn 2 and just start the fun. Moving on, though, we've got Rampant Growth, the OG. 2 mana, go get a basic and play tapped. Edge Bottom does the exact same thing if we've got 4 or fewer lands, and if not, cycle it away by sacrificing a land when we need to. Fertile Ground, another great turn 2 play. Enchant one of our lands, it taps for an extra mana of any color. Goblin and Narcomancer. Every single one of our spells that's red or green, again, we're in a red-green deck, so that's going to happen, obviously, is going to cost 1 less to cast. Sakura Tribe Elder, Steve! Sorry, Steve, but you're not going to last very long, so we're going to sacrifice you in basically Rampant Growth. Wolf Willow Haven, yet another great aura for us. Enchant one of our lands, going to tap for an additional green, or we can sacrifice this to make a 2/2 wolf if we need to. And then finally, Search for Tomorrow, a great turn 1 play as well. Spend for 2, go get a basic and a play untap when we actually get to cast this. Finally, though, let's talk about some great lands that are going to be in this deck as well. Kessig Wolf Run is an amazing one. Taps for colors or pay X in Gruul colors. Tap. Target creature gets plus X plus 0 gains trample until end of turn. Even if you aren't pumping your commander with this, even if you don't need to do that, just by paying 2 and giving trample can be game ending. Or pay 4 and tap and make it unblockable with Rogue's Passage. Another great way to do that. Next up, some MDFCs. Stump Stomp. A great removal spell. Target creature control deals damage equal to its power target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Or the backside of it enters tapped and taps for 1 of our 2 colors. Bridgeworks Battle is going to get +2/+2 to a creature until end of turn. And it's going to fight up to 1 to a creature we don't control. So yeah, some great removal there for us. Or again, the backside. Hey, enters untapped if we pay 3 life. Cool. And it can tap for a single green mana. And then finally, Colony Ambush. You're going to have a fight from our commander to another creature, or again, the backside. Welcome tap for a green and enters tapped. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. As always, comment below your thoughts on it. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.